Hi, it's Saturday, October 16th, and I'm Mark Friedman, just an American citizen. No notes, no sense, and please subscribe. I've been away for a while, just trying to calm down and just see all the stuff that's going on. I love our country, but it's just the more I sit back and look, I think we're really coming to a head. I think it's not tomorrow, but we are definitely there. And because of that, I can't talk about the music today because I can't soothe my soul. But I put the albums I'm going to talk about next behind me turned around, so any of you that know music, you know what's coming. But there's no soothing a savage soul today, because in the Soviet Socialist Republic of Texas, people laugh, but that's what it is there in Texas, a Soviet Socialist Republic. They determined in a school district that if you taught the Holocaust, you had to teach, I don't know, that there wasn't a Holocaust, or that the Jews danced and sang, and all the others, the gypsies who got destroyed and cremated, danced and sang to their death and thanked the Germans when they did it, thanked the Nazis. Is that what you teach? Look what's going on in Texas. Texas. They turn Americans against each other, just like East Germany. Turn in your neighbor. Look out the window. Gladys Kravitz. Turn them in. Turn them in. They have no idea how to maintain their energy infrastructure. Texas talks about this and that. When a real winter blast comes, Texas gets wiped out. Texas has unleashed partisan watchers who can come after you when you go to vote and basically stand over your shoulder while you're doing it, and to make sure that everything is clean and straight. Now Texas says, hey, let's see what happened to the Holocaust. Maybe there's another side. Well, I haven't heard the governor come out against what this woman said. I haven't heard maybe one Republican came out in Texas, because they don't mind this. They don't mind lies being taught. Let's ask a couple other questions, because I grew up learning history. Is Texas going to say if you talk about slavery and that people were enslaved, there has to be another side to it, like they were dancing and they were happy and they were picking the corn the cotton, because they wanted to do it for their master? Sick. Is that how you're going to show enslavement? Got to have the other side, right? How about the Long March? When we marched the Indians, the American Indians, the indigenous, across the country, took all of their lands, stuck them on reservations, stole their land. We just forget about that. What's the other side? They gave it to us. Just take it. Just take it, Europeans. Come over and take my land. Don't give me anything for it but the bad stuff. You keep the good stuff. How about World War II, when we took Americans of Japanese ancestry and we jailed them during the war on the West Coast because we thought they were traitors and we couldn't trust them? We jailed Americans. We took their property and did this. What if we didn't learn this? That's history. How are you going to teach the other side? The Japanese said, hey, the Americans. The Americans said, hey, yeah, my family comes from Japan. Lock me up. I have to prove that I'm real to this country. Is that what the American Indian, the indigenous, had to do? What is going on? Listen to these guys. Now the Holocaust, there's no outrage. There's no high dudgeon from these leaders there in Texas. There's just silence, because Texas has turned into a Soviet Socialist Republic. You can't turn around without being turned in. You can't turn around without people coming after you for money. You can't vote without people looking after you, looking over your shoulder, or trying to stop you from voting. You can't even make sure you got an energy infrastructure for the winter. And now the Holocaust? What about all the other stuff? It's sad. There's no high dudgeon, because the leadership of Texas doesn't care. Those who may learn history one day, maybe you should. Look up the USSR, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. Read about East Germany as the perfect example, and then tell me that Texas isn't really running right in their shoes and their footprints. Peace.